This is the G Podcast with your host, Tommy B.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 290. We are there, almost at 300 of This is the G Podcast. Yes, you know it. We're your weekly recap podcast, news, politics, pop culture, and the tea. Make sure you are following us on Spotify. I will remind you every week until you do it. Go to This is the G Podcast on Spotify. You can do it today. It's free. If you have the Spotify app, look for us. We're there at This is the G Podcast. It is me here. Tommy B is in the building. Tanya B is in the building. Talib is on assignment. I guess that's the best way to say it. And Vi's in the building. Y'all, Vi is back, y'all. How you doing, Vi? Welcome back, man.
I am glad to be back.
And we went through the Tanya B was back last week, so we gave Tanya B. So how you been, man? What's been up?
Hey,
What's been going on?
Just Troy homecoming, Magic City homecoming.
Wait a minute, Magic City?
Yeah.
You mean the Magic City Classic?
The Magic City Classic. That's the Magic City Classic.
Not the Atlanta Magic City homecoming.
No, not the Atlanta Magic City. Come on, Magic City Classic. Classic.
Man, I had to tighten up on you. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I've never been to the famous Magic City in Atlanta.
No,
Okay.
well, I think pretty soon no one's going to be able to go. Isn't it going to be torn down and become Georgia State student housing or something?
No.
Well, you know what?
You
Look,
can't do that.
It may be torn down, but it will be moving. You can trust that.
Hey, man, that's a stable of Atlanta entertainment. You can't tear that down.
That clientele will definitely follow. So trust.
All the pro basketball and football teams and baseball teams will be very upset.
Exactly, Vi. So trust. Just go ahead and believe that they may tear down the building.
But they're moving on. They're not getting rid of it.
No.
They're not getting.
That spirit will move somewhere else.
Yeah, I got to get down there and try some chicken wing there by the time I say good.
All right, Vi, come on. Let me go ahead and we got a guest because before we invite line, before we do news.
Oh, man.
Come on, Coach Art is here. Coach Art, you know you don't go to, well, yeah, you do during the day go to Magic City for lunch. But anyway, that's another story.
Man.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
was
way.
really great.
Coach Art, you're in the building, man. Are you here, Coach Art?
I'm here, my friend.
I hope I still got you, man. These folks over here telling tales. But it's episode 290. I gotta say, I brought Coach Art in because y'all know we're an Atlanta-based, Georgia-based podcast. Okay, so this week, and I'm doing it. I mean, I always do a Falcons the first Saints game. I always do like a little thing at the house. We do a watch party, right? And this year, Art, I invited Coach Art because it's not starting off the way we thought it would at the beginning of the year, over the summer. The team is currently 3-7. You've got 7 more games left. And Art, I want to say this, and I want to throw it to you. And I'm not here to fight, do Stephen A. Smith, back and forth. I'm just going to put the facts out there. If the Falcons lose 2 more games, they stand to do the thing they've only done one other time. And that would be have 8 losing seasons in a row. They've only done it one other time in the team's history. So if they lose 2 more games, which would put them in a position where they have a losing season, they are going to have, for the second time in team history, an 8-year losing streak. Now, Coach Art, first of all, I got to ask you, is this what you expected?
No, this is not what I expected. But I am currently under the firm belief that we have a lot of rookies. We have a lot of nefarious parts to the team. players that have been pressed into service due to injuries. Even the injury. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to bite us. And the thing that's got me upset is that, and I spoke to you about this when Joe Milton was up in New England, is we needed to get a backup with ability and upside.
Now, when you say
that
backup, explain, be specific. Are you talking about QB?
Yeah, backup QB. Kirk Cousins, it would be too easy for him to just say, I don't want to do this. It would be just too easy for him to do that. Not get into, our struggle.
Well, can I don't want to interrupt you, but I do want to say something here. Kirk Cousins is making over $100 million. He's got an over $100 million contract. Whether he wants to do it or not, he's supposed to deliver.
True.
So it's not a matter of finding another backup. He is the backup. He's the 100, and he's probably the highest paid backup in the NFL currently. So
yeah, but what I'm saying, Tommy G, is that he's not in the team's best interest.
But he's making over $100 million.
Well, listen. Our team made a grave mistake, and when I say our team, the only person who could greenlight $180 million guaranteed is Arthur Blank. So Arthur Blank wanted Kirk Cousins, and he flashed his wallet and got him. So now we just, like I say, really cut him and move on, because we could have got more. We could have got more from. We could have got more for him. We could have got more than the Cowboys did to get him, to get Joe Milton. We could have got more.
Okay, so I'm looking at. We're right up on this team potentially having 8 losing seasons in a row. Do we blame? No. I want to ask the question. Do we blame Kirk Cousins for that too?
No, he's part of it.
He's part of it this season, but what about the other 7 seasons?
Well, we had poor management. A lot of the stuff that we did is like I said, the cupboard was bare. Come on. We went and got 2 rookie pass rushers. We got 2 rookie pass rushers.
That's for this year. And
that's because come on, man. And those guys are doing something. Listen, I know that I want to move you from your spot about the worst year. Okay. It's just a rebuilding year. Okay. And now what we could have done is really have a derby for backup quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
We could have had a derby.
All right. Were you talking? Yeah. Were you saying the same thing at the beginning of the year?
It changed. Our man got hurt. Our offensive lineman got hurt. Listen, Penix played 3 games with only 1 starting offensive lineman.
Okay.
Okay. And unfortunately, in things like that, the man got hurt. Okay. And now we're in worse shape, because we're looking at tomorrow. We're looking at, we need a backup quarterback, and we need him now.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Art, because I'm looking at the games that are left. Got 7 games.
Yeah. Yep.
We're definitely going to lose 2.
Yeah, we're going to lose too.
I can say right now, we're not going to beat Seattle because we haven't beaten Seattle ever.
We're going to split with the Saints.
We're going to split with the Saints,
Hopefully.
and we're going to lose to the Rams.
Hopefully.
Let's go ahead and call a thing a thing. We're not going to beat the 8-2 currently 8-2 Rams. We're not going to beat them.
And
okay, we're not going to win that game.
And hopefully split with the Saints.
Hopefully split with the Saints.
Yeah. You know, we
and you know what? I think if Jackson Dart is back with the Giants, we're gonna have a tough time with the Giants.
It really does.
Maybe not. See what? Let me tell you what happens.
No, I mean, I hope, but I've already seen the Falcons lose games that they should have won already. Winnable games. Go ahead.
The defense has made adjustments to make life happen without Divine Diablo. Divine Diablo was the straw that stirred the defensive drink. Okay. And without him, you know, we haven't been able to stop the run, and we haven't been able, which we used to be really good at, decent at, and we haven't been able to put any pressure on anybody.
We've never been able. We haven't been able to do that in 8 years.
Hold on. Now we led the.
No, I mean what I'm saying. This year is the biggest turnaround. This year, not in previous years. No.
That's because Terry Fontenot was doing his job, and obviously Terry was doing his job by having them play some football. Okay. He got them to play some football.
All right. Here's the thing. I want. You kind of laid your foundation, and I've let you talk. I've let you lay it down. Here's the question for you: which I think the Falcons are definitely going to have a losing season this year, because I don't see them winning every game. They're going to lose 2 games. All right, they're going to wind up with 8 losing seasons in a row for the second time in franchise history.
I know, but
listen. I just want to ask the question, because we didn't hear rebuild at the beginning of the season. Nobody has said rebuild. What I'm asking you is, what's going to happen at the end of the year? What do you think should happen at the end of the year?
Okay. All the other coaches who failed miserably with the Falcons, okay, they had 3 years to complete their failure cycle. Raheem, I mean, you have to see. This is where you're not using any gratitude at all. We as Falcons have gotten manhandled and blowed out.
Gratitude. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We've been in almost every game.
You got 1 minute to wrap this up, Coach Art. 1 minute. Come on. I asked the question. I asked the question. At the end of the season, what do you think should happen?
Okay, well, we're going to have to definitely look for a backup quarterback, and it's not Trask. Okay, not Kyle Trask. And we're going to have to get 2 quarterbacks, because Penix is not going to be in till maybe week 5 or 6. And we're going to have to look at definitely revamping the entire linebacker corps this time, and maybe in at least 2 offensive linemen.
Okay.
One via trade, and the other one via high in the draft.
So you're getting detailed into the player side. So you're saying we should stay with the GM, we should stay with all the coaches and move forward.
I don't want to say all the coaches, because Zach Robinson can be fired.
You are saying
Zach can be fired.
You are saying Raheem Morris.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Tom, I want you to think about that.
I'm just asking you.
We got blowed out one time.
I'm just asking you.
We got blowed out one time this year by Carolina Panthers.
We still got 7 games to go.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, we've been in these things tough with a light and banged up crew.
Okay.
A light. Remember, I was telling you that Jake Matthews is too old, and he's been hurt the whole season, stealing.
Okay. All right, Art. All right, Coach Art.
let me make
so
one
let
more
me
point.
I gotta let you go, but I do want to clarify. You're saying one coach potentially. We stay with the GM. We stay with the current coach. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your statement.
Okay. It is very hard in today's professional sports, the climate of professional athletes with these good teams and these good players and stacked rosters. When you missing your 5 top money spots, haven't been on the field, the 5 top Falcon money spots have not been on the field in the last 5 or 6 games.
Okay, so we're just going to basically look at this season as a rebuild and just start and just run it back next year.
Well, don't say just run it back because we're going to enhance the team. Terry has got us some wonderful players.
We got
and
no
now,
first round pick, by the way.
We don't need it. We don't need it. We're going to get one via free agency, and the other is going to be the highest pick that we got. Was that second round pick?
Okay.
You know, we need an offensive lineman, and then he's got to get us 2 linebackers because after the fracture, if Diablo comes back or gets hurt again, we have to have somebody that can motivate the defense to perform.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm hearing you. Hey, I'm not pushing back. I'm just listening. I've got my thoughts. I've got my comments, but I wanted to get you in, and I know you got somewhere to go, man. So I'm gonna say, Coach Art, thank you, man.
All right, I got Devin Haney in 12. Devin Haney in 12.
I know you're gonna throw that boxing in there, but that's a box. Okay. Hey, man, Coach Art, thank you, man.
Okay, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I appreciate you.
Okay.
All right.
Peace.
I have a comment.
That's some optimism for you right there. That's some hometown. What you got? Go ahead, Tanya B.
Talking about how the Falcons were going to rebuild. I said, haven't they been rebuilding since the 9th?
Now this
Let's do this.
This was supposed to be the year. This was supposed to be the year right here.
And I, here's the thing. People have told me, hey man, you're too hard on the Falcons. Okay, you're being too hard on them. And I have to say this. That's why I wanted Coach Art to come in, because Coach Art wanted to come in and just bring clarity to the situation as he sees it. I said, yo, bro, okay, we can do it. And, there are a lot of people, not many, who believe what he believes, that it's not on the coach, it's not on the GM, and it's a situation where it's above them. It is the owner and potentially a man named Rich McKay, who's not supposed to be involved, but they say that he's making the decisions. And to that, I have to say that if you are a strong coach, if you are a strong GM, you, after 7 losing seasons, potentially about to be 8 losing seasons, you would have grabbed the reins by now. Okay? And Vi, am I correct in saying that you probably, as a GM, would have said something at this point in the season? Okay? So I don't expect these guys to be around after this, because I have been on this podcast several times, and I've referred to him as 7 and 10 Terry. And it's about to be probably another 8 and 9 from last year. So I don't expect to see these guys back. And quite frankly, I think Arthur Blank is going to have to really rethink the strategy in running this team overall, however they're running it, because 8 losing seasons, which, again, 2 more games, 8 losing seasons in a row for the fans who pay their money for season tickets, who go out there every home game and tailgate, some who have flown long distances, like they went to Germany, put a lot of money into this team. The expectation is not to get close. The expectation is not to be close. The expectation is to win. It's either a win or a loss. It ain't we played them close. That ain't the NFL. And I'm gonna give you the last word on this, and then we're gonna go to the news and come back on the other end. But Vi, your thoughts?
Now, I don't know how true it is that he don't have control of the team, if that's true, then that's sad. Because one, they should have never brought
Who you say
back.
who coached the team?
Raheem. If Raheem don't have control of the team.
Who control of the team? Yeah.
Right.
Well, he
But
defers to the GM.
But
Yeah,
my
go
thing
ahead.
is, I don't think they should have brought Koo back. We definitely need an offensive coordinator. And we did have a lot of bad luck with all our linemen getting hurt. That hurt. And we need I don't know why. I think we need receivers. Because Langham stay hurt.
yeah.
Langham stay hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Now, to me,
I got to say this because we got to go into the news. But go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead, Vi. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
our defense has played good this year. To that guy got hurt, when that guy got hurt, we was like number 1 or number 2 in the league till that guy got hurt. That number 0. And them 2 rookies, they're living up to the hype. So I don't think we need to replace the linebackers. We probably need to get some more, but we definitely need a receiver. Definitely got to get some linemen, and we definitely got to get an offensive coordinator if they want to keep Raheem.
Yeah.
If they
Well,
want to
let me say this, and I want to go back and I want to say this just to clarify before we go to the news. Raheem brought in 2 coordinators.
They suck.
Jimmy Lake, who was defensive coordinator. That was his decision.
But my thing, was it really his decision?
Well, let me finish, and
decision?
then I'll come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Lake sucked,
Bad.
and he was the reason for a lot of problems we had, to the point where Raheem had to take over the defense and eventually fire him. Okay, Zach Robinson has not been the answer as the offensive coordinator. He brought those 2 people in. He did replace Jimmy Lake, but it was after almost most of the season was gone.
To my last year?
Okay. Yeah, last year.
Defense been playing
Now
good.
he's got a new defensive coordinator, but people have been saying all year, you got a problem on offense. You've got some of the best weapons, young weapons in the league, and you're struggling. You can't convert on third downs. It's a problem. You got the most dynamic running back in the country, and you're not taking advantage of it. That's an offensive coordinator's problem.
Correct.
He hired him. So I'm going to say this. You pay for your decisions. Whoever came up with the Kirk Cousins decision, ultimately, it's still going to come up. It's still going to affect the GM. It still affects the GM. So I just wanted to say that. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's go do news with Syracuse Mike. We'll come back on the other side. All right.
News team, assemble!
It's time for the Week in News with Syracuse Mike.
Civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson is in stable condition after being hospitalized on November 12th for complications related to a rare neurological disorder. His family says rumors that he was on life support are false, confirming that Jackson is breathing on his own and remains under observation at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago, where he is no longer in ICU.
The rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
The House overwhelmingly approved the Epstein Files Transparency Act, aimed at making federal records on the late accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein public. House lawmakers passed the bill in a rare 427-1 bipartisan vote Tuesday, despite concerns from some Republicans about protecting the victim's privacy. The measure then quickly headed to the GOP-controlled Senate, where it passed by unanimous consent. President Trump has referred to the matter as a Democrat hoax, recently signaling he would sign the bill when it reaches his desk. Sponsors say the legislation shields victims by allowing the Justice Department to withhold identifying details and anything tied to active investigations. Dozens of Epstein's accusers watched from the House gallery, cheering as the vote passed. Political commentators have repeatedly said the president could have released the files without congressional approval. The U.S. Justice Department will release its Jeffrey Epstein investigation files within 30 days. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the move after Congress voted overwhelmingly to require the release. But officials warn the documents won't be complete. Victim identities and some details tied to ongoing investigations will be withheld. And Bondi also said the Epstein case is being reopened.
There's new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward, and we will continue to provide maximum transparency under the law.
Democrats are blasting President Trump after he accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. The president lashed out after the group, all veterans or former intelligence officers, released a video telling U.S. service members they must refuse illegal orders. It's not clear exactly what orders Democrats are talking about, although they have pointed toward Mr. Trump's deployment of the National Guard to American cities and his strikes on boats allegedly carrying drugs as illegal. House Democratic leaders condemned Trump's remarks, saying political violence has no place in America, and they have contacted Capitol Police to ensure the lawmakers' safety. The funeral for former Vice President Dick Cheney took place Thursday at the National Cathedral in Washington. He served under former President George W. Bush, who spoke at the service.
This son of Wyoming, son of Marjorie and Richard Cheney of Casper, went far in this world and in our own lives left a very fine mark. We are grateful for his good life. We honor his service, and we pray that somewhere up the trail we will meet him again.
If I'm on that trail with Dick Cheney, Cheney and Bush,
Happy trail.
No, if I meet them on that trail, I am on the wrong trail. I am not on the trail I expected to be on if I meet up with those two. And y'all know why. Don't call me, hit me up. But anyway, the big news came in after Mike had sent everything. So again, thank you, Syracuse Mike. But the big news came in that Marjorie Taylor Greene has decided to resign on January 5th. And I say this to her constituents, to her district. Excellent news. Maybe you'll get service. Maybe you'll get somebody who truly works for you instead of running around, with conspiracy theories. Now, I will say, of course, she changed her direction, but I think it's for certain reasons. I won't say why, but I'll ask Tanya B., why do you think she resigned?
Usually when people step down in a situation like this, it's because something is about to blow up about them. There may be something coming out about her that she can no longer suppress. I don't think it's just, this whole thing with her and Trump. I think, of course, it's always, his side, her side, the truth. I think there's more to it. And I also think, like many people have said, okay, she's going to lay low because she has made enough money over the past couple of years to live very, very comfortably without really having a job, so to speak, because she has a lot. She got a bag. But Marjorie Taylor Greene running for president in 2028 does not seem very far-fetched. Now, Trump has said he would back any candidate. I guess he would go to the wall to try to defeat her, or make it so that she cannot. She may come back and say, I'm going to be an independent.
Okay. What about you, Vi?
I don't miss her, though.
I don't know why she did, but I hope she didn't try for the president, because ain't no woman finna win president in the United States anytime soon. We're not ready for it.
Well, okay. Well, I tend to think that this opportunity was convenient for her. It gave her an out, this whole situation with Trump. I agree with you on that, Tanya B. But I do believe that she is going to attempt to run. And, quite frankly, she's always been, somebody said, well, she's that candidate that nobody really likes. She's local. Not really. She has built somewhat of a bigger follow. She has built a bigger following with her antics than she could have ever built, just focused on her district up in North Georgia. So her current status is much bigger than someone who would typically go into that situation and run that district. Now, let me finish, and I'll come back to you, Tanya B. The other thing I've got to say is I think her positioning over the last couple of weeks and month, the way she's been talking, she's trying to position herself, and you said it, I think somebody said it here, as an independent. And she's going to position herself as the candidate who looks at government as being broken. Okay? She's going to try. I'm not saying she'll succeed. I'm just saying she's going to try. The other thing is she's gotten a bag. Right. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene went from like, what? Definitely probably under $100,000 in salary to multi-millionaire.
Correct.
Yeah.
The stock, you know how they do. They go there and they do these stock exchanges and so on and so forth, and you know these stock deals. And now she's she's in the multi-millions.
Oh yeah,
and she ain't never been a multi-millionaire.
She is now.
She is now.
Exactly. And, you know, you were talking about her, and like you said, her little local. I don't know how big her district is. Is it like this big?
It's Dalton. It's Rome. It's a fairly decent part. It has. I mean, it's a significant. I mean, Rome is a fairly impactful city when it comes down to the state of Georgia. Okay, Dalton used to be a big carpet center until, of course, you know, carpets got hit, and now all that business is in Mexico. But that area that she serves in North Georgia is pivotal. Okay, so the Democrats have an opportunity there. Whether or not they take advantage of it is a different story because it does lean red. But the bottom line is, I just think she's doing. There's a reason behind this, and we'll find out soon. And we may find out after midterms in 2026.
Just had this thought.
Right.
You know, all of her antics, you know, have taken her just from being that person from that piece of Georgia, pretty much, you know, just the things that she said, and then maybe by design, but people know her already on a national level, even though it's not, you know, in the best way.
But I will tell you this. If everything goes in the current direction we're seeing right now by midterm of next year, the midterms, Trump's going to have a problem.
Oh yeah.
Okay. If the path stays as it is, Trump's going to lose. He's already at the lowest. His approval rating's at the lowest it's ever been. Okay. This Epstein thing. Now, I will say this about the Epstein files. They're gonna be under quote unquote investigation just so they can hide stuff. There are certain things they don't want out. So they're going to always be, quote unquote, investigating certain things that they don't have to show. That's an excuse. And that's why, you know, Pam Bondi is a Trump loyalist to the T. She will do every possible thing to protect him. So she's going to hide as much for as long as she can. But we don't know what may possibly come out that could impact Trump. And my whole thing has been, and I've said this on the podcast, don't hold your breath, because they're going to try to hide as much as they can. Go ahead, Tanya B.
No, I agree. And you know, just like Syracuse Mike said in the news, we're not going to see all of it. So it's probably going to be redacted like, you know, a Pennsylvania roadmap. There will be the things that need to be revealed. I don't think they will be. I don't need to be a pessimist, but I just don't think. You know, will we ever know the real story? And I think they're also hoping to just stretch it out so long to the point where nobody's going to care anymore. Because there'll be something else coming up. Trust me, there's going to be something else.
Yeah, there's always something else. And I'm looking at the fact. Yeah, even looking at the fact that they're trying to create a war with Venezuela. There's just so many things that, you know, they would potentially do just to get America focused on something else. Wag the dog. Wag the dog all day. Go ahead.
We are an embarrassment right now. You had the United States Army accidentally land on Mexico and claim it land.
Yeah.
How you accidentally jump on somebody's land and claim it?
Yeah.
Accidentally. You're the United States Army. No, that just no. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna leave it at this. We spent enough time on that, but I'm just here to tell you, next year the midterms, there's a lot at stake.
It's gonna be interesting.
It is. It's definitely going to be interesting, and I think it's going to be interesting what rat jumped ship, how many rats jumped ship, and who will be loyal as they have been to MAGA, and whether or not they turn on them after the results of midterm. So we'll have to see. All right, hey, let's take a quick break and we'll come back with the tea. Let's take a quick break. All right, here we go.
Now then, children, it's time for tea.
It's tea time, y'all. Sipping the tea with Tanya B.
Tanya B, I'm going to let you get to it because we're running behind a little bit. But go ahead and roll. What you got?
Well, now that Neo is not selling records anymore, go figure. He has all those baby mamas and all those babies. He's had to find another source of income, and it's going to be joining Yolanda Adams, the gospel sensation, as they head to Broadway in Alicia Keys' award-winning play, Hell's Kitchen. And I remember one of the first times I saw Neo, he actually used to be Alicia Keys' opening act. So it's, I guess maybe they stuck up a friendship. And she's like, but the thing is, when you go to Broadway, you don't make a lot. And you make money, but for someone, I take that back. They both used to be headliners and not now. So, maybe it'll open more doors for them. So, if you want to go,
you got to bring people out. If you sell tickets,
and that might be the thing, because then Yolanda got the church people, and Neo got the freaks and the baby's mama. But he's only going to be there for about a month, mid-December to the end of January. So if you want to go, get your tickets now.
Okay.
Let's talk about Gayle King. Now, the ratings for the morning show have been in the toilet for quite some time. There have been rumors of her leaving. Is she staying? Is she leaving? Then I saw something where the big bosses at CBS wanted her to talk more. Wanted her to get more into the gossip part of news, and she does not like to do that. And she's like, if you're going to fire me to my face. But also I'm hearing that as they clean house with that particular show, that she may transition over to 60 Minutes. So we'll just see what happens with Gayle King. And lastly...
Hey, can I say this? It just hasn't worked. It just has not worked.
No, it has not.
The numbers aren't there. They're last. And they have been last since she took over.
Yeah, only on Sunday morning with Jane Pauley. Saturday is like such a snoozer. I can't watch it anymore. Also,
so my whole point is, if it's not working, then why would they move her to 60 Minutes? Right. I don't see that.
All right. Well, I know, but the thing is, if it's not working, you either have to clean house, or if it's not working, let it go.
Well, I just think these folks who are buying it ain't gonna be playing, and it's gonna get cleaned out.
Yeah, right. And there's a lot of money at stake as well. So we will see. Let's talk about Usher Baby. I still say he is a consummate entertainer. He is suing his best friend and producer and songwriter, partner, Brian Michael Cox, who everyone in Atlanta knows pretty well. He's written a lot of big hit records and produced a lot of big hit records for Usher. So when he and two friends wanted to launch a restaurant in Atlanta, he went to Usher. I need money. Usher gives them $1.7 million. The venture never happened, and they only gave him back $1 million. So he's like, I want the rest of my money. I want the other $700,000. But no one can seem to account for where this money has gone. So he is suing for $4.9 million. And Brian Michael Cox released a statement. He's claiming that they're still best friends, and he's godfather to Usher's children and things along that line. But this will be interesting. Sometimes it's not really good to mix business and friendship or friendship and money, because it doesn't always end up, with the best results.
Especially if you do a bar and a restaurant, because they be stealing. Those businesses are the easiest to skim some money and steal at.
And
so don't do it.
People that was, Brian Michael Cox is the name that's out front, but the other two people are the two that can't account for the other seven.
And I'm not saying he did it, Tanya B. What I'm saying is just overall, as an investment, unless you are intimately involved in it on a daily basis, restaurants and bars.
It's like grand opening, grand
closing.
Right?
How many celebrity restaurants have we seen in Atlanta?
Lord. I can't even, we'd be here until next Christmas.
There you go. I'm leaving it at that. Go ahead. What you got next?
I just say congratulations to the amazing award-winning, she's a singer, a dancer, a choreographer, a producer, a director. She is just Miss Do-It-All. Debbie Allen received a well-deserved and long overdue honorary Academy Award. But my thing is, I look at those honorary Academy Awards as like, oops, we messed up, we're sorry. So here, we're going to give you this. Because there's no way with her body of work, she could have had one a long time ago. I remember Debbie Allen, on Broadway. I remember Debbie Allen. Remember the movie Ragtime with Howard Rollins?
Yeah, but I got to say this. I don't think she's ever had a big enough vehicle to be nominated. That's part of the problem. I think her work on television has been more impactful, especially when she did the whole Fame thing. But as far as a movie, I can't. I mean, I remember Ragtime, but I can't think of any other movie. And I don't think most people remember Ragtime, and I don't think most people remember her in Ragtime. But I do know Ragtime. I remember one of my favorites.
Consistently working, but then like now you got to give her that. Grey's Anatomy. She's doing her thing. I think that's maybe one of the most mainstream things that she's done.
I'm gonna say this, Tanya B. She's in good company because they ain't giving Tom Cruise. They ain't giving Tom Cruise an Academy Award either. They gave him one of the honoraries. So Tom Cruise.
Spike Lee, they gave one to Samuel L. or
Sorry, not sorry. That's what the Academy says. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. So anyway, exactly. I got to say this one. I got a text around 5:30, 5 something this morning, and a friend of mine said Jelly Bean Johnson from the time has passed away. And I'm like, wait a minute. I went on, there's this channel on YouTube that kills everybody. All of us are probably dead too, according to them. I don't know if I believe that. Then I saw something on Facebook, and I'm like, let me look around. Of course, I did the Google Schmoogle, said he's still alive, just had a birthday.
Oh. Well, she's coming back, I hope. We'll give it a few minutes. But let me say this about Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean and the Time in general, Time's one of my favorite bands. Jelly Bean probably has to be, not probably, is one of my favorite drummers, okay? Not only is he one of my favorite drummers, I had an opportunity to do some stuff with him. I was living in Dallas where they didn't have his drum set. So we had to track down a drum set for him because the drum didn't make it in the flight.
Right.
And we found a drum set, got it to him, one of the nicest guys, man, you can play with or work with. He will be missed. If you've heard the song 777-9311.
That's a jam.
By the Time.
That's a jam.
Check it out. There's a part, they go to Jelly Bean because the drum is the center of that whole song. But they mention his name a couple of times within that song. They always mention it in the Time, but definitely when it comes down to Jelly Bean, rest in power, man. One of the best funk drummers of the 80s, will be missed. Sorry to hear that. I hate to hear that. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, let's take a break. We're going to try to get Tanya B back up in here so we can close everything out. So if I hang tight, let's take a quick break and we'll come back. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, y'all. Hey, you know what we got to do.
It's time to wrap it up. This is the G Podcast.
Tanya B, we kind of wrapped up the Jelly Bean.
Yeah.
I was telling. Yeah, I know you didn't have much more on that, but I just had to tell people the song 7779311 and that whole drum
breakdown,
and the throw to the Jelly Bean. Definitely play that and pour one out because he's one of the best funk drummers of the 80s. And you got to put him up there as one of the best drummers overall.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you have to say? Go ahead. Close it out, and then go ahead and close out your, give us your final shout outs. Go ahead.
Okay, just, keep the prayers up for Reverend Jesse Jackson. There was a death hoax for him, and he is still alive, and he's not in ICU on a breathing machine. So just keep the positive prayers up for Reverend Jesse Jackson. We're also going to pray for a few other people. Sometimes we got to pray for something. You got to pray for there's a great Netflix documentary on. Gotta go watch it. Barry White. It is worth every single penny you will pay for Netflix.
Is it better? I hope it's better than Eddie Murphy, because that is, the critics are not being kind. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I know you.
Barry White.
Trying to lower the bar. I'm keep.
Okay. Well, let's raise the bar. Yeah, Barry White. Pour one up for him. Let's also pray for the Jackson family. They're going through it again with the money. And Smokey Robinson, he's 85. Leave him alone. Here comes another woman claiming he did something in 2020. Then here comes the car detailer claiming that he tried to expose his cucumber, is what I read in 2022. And I'm like, you know what? Leave that man alone. He's 85 years old. That's all I got to say. I'm not saying he did it or not. Leave him alone.
Well, and I'm going to say this, and I don't want to go too long on it. It just seems like, considering everything that's going on, could this be age-related? Could there be something, you know how it is? I mean, people start slipping into that.
They do, yeah, they do.
Unknowingly, and their behavior changes.
Yeah, and if they do that.
Yeah, but not intentional. A lot of stuff happens, but I'll leave it at that.
A lot of people looking for a bag and check real quick. They want some go away money.
Yeah, I'm not saying he did it, but it just sounds to me like a lot of the stuff, I think people go through that change in life.
Yeah.
And they start slipping into certain things, in terms of just their mind. You start
aging. All I got to say is if Smokey and his wife are allegedly doing this, what do you think's going to happen when T.I. and Tiny get to be their age?
I'm going to leave that alone. We got to wait for that. Let's just leave that alone. What you got next, Tiny B? Go ahead. You got anything else I can go to buy?
Okay.
I'll let Vi do his shout-outs. I got to get his shout-outs in.
The whole Ja Rule beatdown thing, I understand that's the hoax as well. And like you said, he's going to admit it if they get their butt whipped. But also, the same woman that put that story out there is the same woman that has got to pay Cardi B $1 million because she lied about Cardi.
Oh, okay. All right. You got any more shout-outs? I'm going to go to Vi.
My family. I want to shout out to Vanessa and Wayne and Andre. They now listen to the podcast right here in Hotlanta. So
appreciate you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I need to start taking the high road. But anyway.
Go watch Barry White.
Hey, you know what? I may wind up on that same trail with Bush and Cheney.
We'll come get you. We'll come get you.
Shake your head, Vi.
I know I will.
Hey, Vi, what you got, man?
Hey, shout out to the Recreation, the Monroe County Bulldogs. We made it to the second round of playoff for him in Fayetteville, Georgia, West in the West.
All right.
And I am a proud grandfather of a new daughter who should be here in January.
Wait a minute, a new granddaughter?
Right, Mary and Devon Brown.
I was gonna say, you said a new daughter.
Granddaughter.
Okay.
Granddaughter.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Granddaughter.
Gotcha. Congratulations, man.
And people don't fall for the okie doke. Trump still don't file release. That's why he did what he did. So don't fall for it, people. So
you got that right.
Do not expect a lot for the next coming days. Just don't fall for it.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, y'all, make your holidays velvet. Make sure you are listening to the Soulful Holiday soundtrack. The companion to this is the G Podcast on the Castropolis Podcast Network. We're doing holiday music now, definitely ramping it up a little bit as we close in. We're taping this before Thanksgiving, so check us out. Definitely more than most. We're kicking it about 4 songs or so an hour. So check it out. Holiday jams, all the ones you remember, and also make sure you go to Castropolis.net and sign up. Let us know your favorite holiday jam, and we're going to choose one person for a Velvet Frequency radio sweatshirt. So go ahead and do that today, and we will be playing those back on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Also, check out the Birdwire 4 p.m. every Sunday. Thank you so much, Tanya B, for delivering that to us, and the replay of this podcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. And I just got to say, really and truly, man, don't fall for the okie doke with the Atlanta Falcons, y'all. Come on. I mean, I am a native. Okay, I am old enough to remember the humble beginnings of this franchise. Okay, 8 losing seasons in a row will get you fired. Period. They should.
I agree.
And if not 8 losing seasons right now, based on what was promised, based on the deals that were made. Because let me say this, and I'll be brief. The Kirk Cousins deal and then the Penix draft made this team probably the laughingstock in sports commentary. Well, definitely made this franchise the laughingstock in sports in the sports commentary world. Okay? Now, we kind of said maybe they know what they're doing. But the way this thing has gone and the way it's going now, it's going to be worse when this is all said and done, because people are going to revisit that. Let me say the other thing about injuries. That's part of sports. It's part of the NFL. You plan for it. If you look at a lot of the major teams currently, like even in our division, Tampa Bay's had a lot of injuries as well. A lot of major teams have had injuries, okay? That's part of the game. You plan for it. One guy, especially a guy you never heard of before the season started, going out, does not kill your entire team. You should have had backup. You should have planned for it. I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all can go for the excuses. I say they blow it up and just start it all over again. I mean, it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be a different direction. They got to bring they have to bring, which I know they're not going to do it, but they have to bring a football mind here. Someone who has done it before, someone who has won before, someone who knows what winning looks like. Simple as that. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it at that. Appreciate you. If you got any thoughts, you can go to Castropolis.net. I know you'll have some. Episode 290 is in the can. Y'all have a great, as a matter of fact, have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah, have a great Thanksgiving holiday week. Peace and power to the people. Thank you so much, y'all.
Power to the people. Fight the power.
You've been listening to This is the G Podcast. And This is the G Podcast is a production of the Castropolis Podcast Network. Thanks for listening.